do you rehearse anything? I mean, does it start out you just kind of go for it and like
Feel it.
Baby,
do you
do I
dance?
rehearse
Does he
anything?
dance for you at home? Like what's going on
She
here?
gets so mad because she tells me all the time. She's like, you perform for all these people, but at home you can never perform for me.
Welcome back to MC Shanty's Know the Artist podcast in collaboration with Joint Empire Troupe, where we spotlight the voices shaping the Southwest Florida and Lee County music scene. Today's episode is all about an artist whose name carries weight across the local circuit, Daze Santiago. Daze isn't just a performer, he's a singer, a dancer, a creative force who's built his presence through passion, consistency, and undeniable stage energy. And now, he's stepping into a new chapter of his life as a father, balancing artistry with a responsibility in ways that's inspiring to watch. In this episode, we dive into Daze's upbringing, the experiences that shaped his sound, the projects that built his reputation, and the influences that pushed him to evolve in the Southwest Florida music scene. From early beginnings to building his name in the Lee County artist scene, this conversation goes deeper than the stage. And make sure you stay till the end, because Daze shares a powerful message for upcoming artists just stepping into the scene, offering real advice for anyone trying to find their footing in music. This is MC Shanty's Know the Artist. Let's get into it.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Let's get it.
Welcome, guys. My name is Sin Lide. This is MC Shanty's Know the Artist with Daze Santiago. We've known Daze for roughly going on a year now, as it is February 2026. And as he is the winner of a placement in the MC Shanty's competition, today's going to be his interview regarding him as an artist, the things that he's gone throughout his life to produce the kind of music he produces, and the kind of person that he is. With me today, I have Queso with Joint Empire Troupe. They are also going to be facilitating the space for us to conduct this interview, and we're hoping that you guys enjoy this. Daze, how are you, man?
I'm doing good, Sin. How
Good,
about yourself, man?
I'm good, man. I wanted to talk to you a little bit. Congratulations on your win, man.
Appreciate it.
Very
It.
good. Are you stoked about the finale?
I am very stoked.
Yeah?
I honestly can't wait. I'm making new music for it, and then, so yeah, I'm definitely excited.
Okay. Have you ever been in a competition setting like this before?
I have not.
You have not. So this is your first time. What do you feel is different about our competition compared to the music scene, going on around here?
It's joining a lot of different artists and different creators together, and I very appreciate that because I've been in the music scene out here for probably quite a while, and there's been certain open mics, certain things like that really doesn't bring the passion behind the music, if that makes sense. And I feel like MC Shanty's where there's people that are pulling up that I've seen back in the day that doesn't like the spotlight, and they're pulling up just to get the spotlight,
Oh, bro.
and
I know Beautiful Q had said that she, doesn't typically do competitions or anything like that, and to have her pop out and, in place and stuff like that, that's a beautiful thing. She's, starting to see the vision. You're starting to see the vision, man. One thing about you, I know for a fact, and I'm sure Queso can agree with this, is you're the most energetic performer I think I've ever seen locally and, in general. I can't imagine what a stage with hundreds of thousands of people would look like with you going ham. You know what I mean? So
murdering the stage.
That's one thing that I've noticed that whenever you do perform, because I've seen you perform before around town and stuff, is that it doesn't matter if there's 2 people in the crowd or if there is, like you said, thousands of people in the crowd. They're gonna get the same show from you because
when I perform, it's therapeutic for me in that aspect. So I've been in shows that only one person's watching,
of course,
but that does not matter to me at all. If I'm going to perform it, I'm letting everything go.
Right, yeah. You're there to do your performance, to show what you got, and it doesn't matter, it's for you,
100%.
for those of you that don't know Daze Santiago, it doesn't matter if there's one person in the crowd. It doesn't matter if there's one chair in the room. This man will run to that chair, pick it up, just so he has something to stand on to show you what he's about. You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit that, Daze stands on, and that's dope.
Literally stands on.
Yeah, right?
Stand on business.
So let's talk a little bit about your history. Let's talk about how you began, where your music journey, started, what got you into music. Personally, I remember in high school picking up a guitar and wanting to get girls, bro. That's how I started with the shit before I fell in love with it. You know what I mean? So, how did it go for you?
Honestly, in school, to be honest, I was always an outcast. Didn't really have friends and stuff like that. But I was always kid with the headphones in the corner, and out of nowhere, I think it was 6th grade or 7th grade, I got into band class.
Word.
And I noticed I was really good at playing the drums.
Okay.
And little by little, before I got into high school, I started just recording and playing the drums at home, posting it on YouTube, all that stuff. And then I met a couple guys at church, and they had like a little group where they recorded, they did everything. So I got to go to the music studio, and I'm like 15, 16 at the time.
So that's a huge deal.
Yeah, so like I'm
Mhm.
just like I'm seeing all this, even though it's like Christian music, but like I'm like seeing all this, like and I'm just like, dude, this is lit. Like I like it a lot. And like um one day, one of the guys from the band, they had like a show and they needed a drummer. I'm just a drummer in high school. I mean, in middle school, not knowing like really like how to like
How to,
play with a band
Yeah,
band.
yeah, yeah.
But they were just like, nah, you've been to the concerts, you've been to like our practice, you go to the studio with us. Like, I'm pretty sure you'll get it. Just putting all the faith on me.
Mhm.
Literally, I go to the studio. I mean, I go to the concert, and sure enough, like I killed it.
Fuck yeah.
nice.
And I ended up like being their main drummer. And then little by little, over the years, I started learning how to play piano, playing the
Mhm,
guitar,
mhm.
drum, bass guitar, basically everything.
So you're multifaceted when it comes to instruments too.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro. I started in the orchestra in 7th grade myself, just
Mhm.
on a whim. You know what I mean? I really liked like video game soundtracks. You know, Kingdom Hearts, anything with that had like some kind of like lovely melody to it that would like make me feel some type of thing. You know what I mean? And I started learning viola.
Mhm.
Classically trained artists, like people who were in school, went to do orchestra or band or whatever.
Yeah.
9 times out of 10 they end up doing their own thing with music. You know what I mean? And the people that make it, obviously to be in bands, to be in orchestras and stuff like that, like that's great in itself. But just to be exposed to music enough to kind of put yourself in a zone where you can say, hey, I think I can figure this out myself, is dope.
Mhm.
And it really shows when you perform. It really shows in the way that you write your music. You know what I mean? Yeah, so that's cool. Queso, I think you can kind of relate to
oh yeah, I can relate very well
Yeah.
to that. I mean, I grew up classically trained in piano. I taught myself guitar,
Mhm.
and then knowing what I knew from piano and guitar, translating that onto bass,
Mhm.
and then learning about drums and how to drum as well. So I totally get it.
Yeah.
I do all that stuff too. I started piano around 6th grade
Mhm.
because I saw my sister start. Like I tried when I was 5. No attention span.
Yeah,
I
exactly.
saw my sister start when I was in 6th grade, and then she started getting good within like a month or two, and I was
Mhm.
like, "That's all it takes."
Yeah, right.
And then so I started, and then boom.
Sure
So,
shit, right?
Nah, that's great.
But I got a question from when you started your music to where your music journey is today. Where would you say like what era, what arc are you in right now for your music? What would you call this
Well,
this day's season?
yeah, when Daze became Daze, that was literally I was hanging out with John Stella.
Okay,
and, like,
nice.
we were
Shout out John.
Shout out
we
John
we
Stella.
had a group called Cold Summer Records, and like I was like background. I wasn't really like in the covers like or going to like the big shows and stuff just because like stage fright wasn't really stage present. Like it was just
True.
something on my part that I had to learn, and just over the years, just going to the shows and doing open mics, I just started like trying to find my sound, and then like
Yeah.
I started writing, just because like I was just going through a lot of stuff at the time,
Mhm.
and long story short, I ended up going to Atlanta, and then just not knowing anybody, like just at all new faces, ended up performing like the best I've ever performed. Like even like now, like I think that's still my best performance.
And sometimes going, somewhere where no one knows you, it kind of elevates you a little bit because you have that kind of
And
mysterious factor about you of like, who is this guy?
and
then
it
when you show
definitely
out,
that
it's-
definitely did, and I ended up noticing that, and I was just like, if I could do this like somewhere random, I could definitely like
Mhm.
bring this
Yeah.
home, you know.
Mhm.
And that's what I did, and over the years, just putting the grind in and just finding my new sound, and just like going to the studio like long hours, like
Mhm.
literally going to sleep, waking up still in the studio,
Type
like
shit.
I get you, bro.
like it. And like dude, I when I say therapeutic, I put a lot of passion behind it, so I really can't say where it became like how everyone sees me now.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a I really don't know how
You
to
can't
explain
like
it.
put a name to
Yeah.
this season and stuff.
Sometimes it's just like a fuck it moment. I feel like, you know what I mean? Like you get up on stage, you're nervous, even if it's like I remember my first time performing, it was just like you have to you just got to let it go. You know what I mean? You
Mhm.
just got to let that shit go, and you can't try just be the weird fucking person that you are for like
And-
3 minutes, you know?
Unfortunately, I kind of learned that myself kind of early on.
Mhm.
Now you got them high kicks, my boy, like
Yeah, dude. I used to do. I actually used to do tournament fights and stuff.
Yeah,
and
bro.
everything, and
This is a
travel.
black belt. I don't
and
know if you knew that, bro.
No, I
but
didn't.
Yeah.
I keep that kind of,
Yeah.
Under your belt.
we're interviewing you, not me.
Yeah.
But
No, you're good, bro.
But what I've been noticing is that the because I've been seeing your socials for a while. We've known
Mhm.
each. I'd say we know each other about like three.
Yeah, like 3 to 4 years,
Yeah,
yeah.
And what really sticks out to me is the type of content that you've been shifting towards, and you've been showcasing more of what you're doing and who you are.
Mhm.
Which I've been enjoying and appreciating that.
I
So
appreciate that.
yeah, and I see the work that you've been putting in with that, because I know that's like a totally different job too.
Yeah.
The social media.
Yeah, before,
aspect.
and that's funny you said that. It honestly took like probably like a year and a half ago for me to realize that, and because I met a guy named Guala, and he ended up like
Guala, baby. Shout
yeah,
out Guala.
and y'all know Guala.
Mhm.
He's like everything he does is like post, and
Mhm.
like me and him had a group, and honestly, like I was just like I would make the beats, make the songs with him. We'll go to shows, but I was never like promoting like
Yeah.
that. And like it's like after I started promoting and like little by little, I just started seeing like the engagement I was
Yeah.
getting and like the networking I was doing with other like artists
Yep.
as well. So then ever since then I've just started pushing and pushing. Now that I got my girlfriend,
Mhm.
like she helps me and she gives me basically all my ideas now.
Ideas.
So like it's just like
Nice.
it's definitely like a blessing and teamwork, honestly. So
And that's the thing too. A lot of people like who are, getting into this content thing, they're starting to realize that you have to be so consistent that it's impossible to ignore you. And that's something that I can definitely give to Guala, baby. He is so consistent that he pops up on my page every day, different money spread, different nonsense, you know what I mean? Just talking his crazy shit, and I love it, you know what I mean? Because
Yeah.
at the end of the day, if you're in front of me, bro, I'm gonna know you whether I want to or not. You know what I mean? And that's the same thing with you that I'm noticing too. You're getting more, you're posting a lot more. You're obviously, with the baby, I'm sure it can get difficult and stuff like that. But like I see the work and the drive that you have for, getting this going, and it obviously shows. I mean, the competition,
appreciate
your
it.
performance is, like I said, one of the best I've ever seen. So when it comes to like the moves, the performance, do you rehearse anything? I mean, does it start out? You just kind of go for it, and like,
Feel it.
Baby,
do you dance?
do I rehearse
Does he
anything?
dance for you at home? Like, what's going on?
She
here?
gets so mad because she tells me all the time. She's like, you perform for all these people, but at home you can never perform for me. But the thing is, like, it's just like at home I'm already like letting go so much. Like I like when I'm at home, I'm a whole different person.
Sure.
Like I'm not Daze at home. I'm DJ at home.
That's
And
your,
so,
that's your
like,
sanctuary.
Yeah, so like I'm already like letting everything go. Like whenever we're having conversations or when I'm spending time with my kids, like that's like me opening up. So when I go into like the days that character, it's just like I'm going into an environment where it's like all these artists, all these talented people, and like I just get energy from everybody. And then it's just like whenever it's my turn to go on stage, it's just like I just let everything go. Like half of the time I black out, don't remember nothing until I
Yeah.
look at the
Yeah,
footage.
Same.
I feel you.
Like I
Same,
look at the
right?
footage, I'm like, oh, I did that, and
Yeah,
then like,
Same.
yeah.
It feels like my eyes just roll in the back of my head, and then
Mhm.
like,
Yeah,
and it's like, oh,
no,
did
but
my-
like literally, like it's just I I honestly have to give thanks to like Yusin and to like the art to Queso, like everybody, like all the artists in the like in the city, to be honest, because like I pick up like different sounds from
Yeah, bro.
everyone. I see people performing, and I see like how they perform, and like I just do homework, and literally like it's not me like trying to copy anyone, but it's more like
No, it's-
inspiration and
Sure.
like I like the first time I heard Mantis, but I was hitting up this man like every day. I was just like, bro, I'm at work. This is song stuck in my head. I would go home. My kid was going to sleep to it. Like,
That's so good.
Right.
but like,
Chico Mantis.
no, but like I definitely
Monty's
like
baby.
I'm definitely happy for this community, and like definitely happy where I am at now, and like it does.
Well,
It comes.
I'll definitely say that you are definitely a big part of the community, just as
Totally.
much as as Sin is, as Shanty is, as Parlay is, as I am. We were having this discussion a few weeks ago where we're like, think of yourself and how much you show out and how much you do and how much all of us, how much less stuff would be going on if you weren't around.
Yeah.
Mm,
How much
Seriously.
less hypeness, how much less music just in general would be happening in the area without
that's true.
without you.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what's really cool about that too is that the type of music that you're doing, the type of music Sin's doing, the type of music I'm doing, the type of music Parlay's doing, it's all different.
Yeah.
Like no one, you may say like Yeah, exactly. You're not copying someone. It's you're learning, you're
Yeah.
studying, and I do the same thing when I'm here in the studio when I'm recording someone. I'll oh wow, they hit that harmony like that. Now I know how I
Yep.
can kind of hit a
Mhm.
It's
different
ironic that you
harmony.
put that. I was just at the studio with Josh over at EQ. He invited me over
Shout
to
out,
go.
Josh.
He invited me to come over and work on a couple of tracks that he's putting together. He's doing like a whole album. He's trying to get artists on there and take his voice out of
nice.
it and then like produce. And as I was writing this 16 bar verse or whatever, I started using inspiration from other songs that I've heard, whether it's a word or a phrase, and just flip it just enough. Like, you can copy my homework, but make sure the teacher doesn't notice. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
So it's bro, honestly, like,
That's perfect explanation right
and
there.
it's the best way for me to kind of express the kind of artist I want to be based on the things that I like,
Mhm.
right? And I'm sure
No,
you can understand.
I
and relate
definitely
that, right?
understand that. I have a couple tracks that are out that literally are just like behind closed door covers.
Yeah.
Like I have a song called a Death Letter to You, and it's literally just a remake of Beautiful Pain by Polo G.
Okay.
And if you if you hear the melody and like just the words, like you could definitely you could tell that I got that inspiration.
Yeah,
from that
bro.
song.
I mean, artists do it all the time, right? We got fucking Vanilla Ice,
Well,
and
literally
Ice Ice Baby, yeah.
everything's just a remix of something else
Yeah.
nowadays. Literally,
and that's
so
okay. That's the whole point, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is just to create something new out of something that everything's already been said. Let's
Take
be real.
anything with art. I mean,
You know?
even the art that we got here in the studio. Like I mean, we're not originally.
Shout out Sajinka.
Yeah, Sajinka, what up? But that's a remix of what has already been done. But that's the people
But it's
love that.
new,
you
yeah,
know?
bro. I mean,
It's
like,
new still.
yeah. I feel like as an artist, you have to kind of find a good mix between something that nobody's ever heard before and something somebody's so familiar with. As a DJ, I'm sure you understand that, right? Like, when you're
Yeah.
DJing, you have a list of songs, but based on the crowd vibe and the energy and the demographic, you have to select your
What I think is going to be the best
Right.
to fit the
Right.
situation.
The scene.
And I noticed that's what you definitely did with Shanties. You
Yeah.
brought out the perfect pieces to exemplify the feel, the vibe,
Mhm.
and just the whole encompass of what you guys were trying
Right.
to do, and that's why you got the place that you did. Is there anything that you would tell other artists that maybe you wish you prepared a little bit better, or something that you did prepare that you might have seen that other people
For the
didn't do?
competition?
Yeah.
Honestly, not being in my head, I feel like that's
so-
what
yeah, it's
that's
so
what
valid.
gets me what got me to this spot, because like there I'm not gonna say any artists, because like
Mhm.
that's like how I see it, it's just like emotional for them, but it's like you can't you got to use your nerves. Like if you're nervous or you have any butterflies, you got to use that to the advantage, like 100%. And I person that told me that was Luna Moons, and she was just like whatever you feel, like just use that and use it on the stage. Like other people are not gonna see like if you messed up here, if you messed up there. Like they're just watching and they're listening
Mhm.
to who you are.
And that's something I learned fortunately a little bit early on, because when I played classical piano and stuff, I would do piano competitions too, and you're
Mhm.
not competing against another person,
Mhm.
you're competing against yourself.
Yeah,
Because
100%.
there's like a score sheet, and they'll score you based on what you did and how you did it. So like the person before me could have done it perfect or messed up, and then that doesn't matter. But the main thing that they want is that you don't stop and that you keep going. And that's true what you said, that if you mess up, no one's gonna know
Yeah, you
unless
just-
you said it.
Yeah.
Unless you're like, oh,
You
God,
just gotta
yeah.
keep going. Like,
Yeah.
and honestly, I noticed on that day, because Loco Lou, crazy.
Crazy.
That performance,
Crazy.
wild. Bringing his kids up, dude. I was
Crazy.
just like, I looked at my girlfriend. I was just like, well, he won. I was just like, but like, I was just like, but then I noticed like how where my head was going. I was just like, you know what, I can't do that. Like, I have to use that as like next time I have a show, I'm bringing my kids. Like, but like it's just like you just gotta step back and like really look within yourself and just be like, I am Daze, I'm Sin, I'm
Amen.
Queso.
Amen.
And like this, like the people are coming to see me for who I am, and like you just gotta let it
And
go.
another thing is that people want to see you do great.
Mhm.
So people want to see you have fun on stage. People
Right.
want to see want that performance. And
Not only
that's-
that, the people that don't want to see you do great, like prove them wrong.
Amen.
Like,
even
you know,
more so, yeah.
like
I mean, when I go up to DJ and stuff every weekend, there's plenty of people. I'll be the people's favorite DJ, and I'll be someone's least favorite DJ that night, and that's okay, But the thing is that I didn't stop. I kept going, and like you said, you did it for yourself.
Yeah, for
and it's
yourself.
therapeutic for you. So
And the fact that you don't give up, bro. The fact you keep coming back, even if you didn't win a placement in this competition, bro. You still should have come back, and I feel like that's the kind of person that you are. You know what I mean? Tayso 1K 4
Oh,
times
dude.
at Shanty's.
it's my boy.
Before he fucking won, and I mean, he took everything that the judges said, and that's what I love most about this competition is the fact that we wanted an opportunity for the judges to provide actual value that they can use, whether or not you're upset at their judgment or you take it some type of way. At the end of the day, they want you to be better. They want you to succeed. You know what I mean? So if they're telling you, hey, come off stage, take off your glasses, hop up on a table or whatever, Tayso took that and did every single thing. You know what I mean? And I feel like because you've been coming to the Shanty's events, you've been seeing your competition, which is exactly what me and Shan have been talking about. Just make sure that you come out, see who you're going up against, so to say. You know what I mean? See what you have to look forward to. See the kind of performance that other artists bring, because at the end of the day, you could take a little bit of something, copy that homework, make it
I
your
already
own,
know.
You know what I mean?
March, that's just gonna be a showcase in itself because all the winners and like all the runner ups, like dude, that's gonna be a talented ass day.
Yeah,
like,
bro.
100%.
It's gonna be a good show.
And it's honestly like I told my girlfriend, I was just like before Shanty's, like I'm either gonna do all new music or like just put like a couple new songs or remake things because like there's certain like things that like artists tell me that I love this song but there's this that I think I'm just like all right bet I'm gonna use all that because all like it's dude I can't wait. I'm definitely
I can
excited.
tell.
I'm definitely excited.
That's a good spot for me to pitch a new segment for this interview.
All right.
I'll call it Level Up, okay? And I would like to give something in regards to the competition and your performance that will help you level up. A little bit of a word of advice. Anybody who's watching, anybody who's in the competition can hear this and also take from it. And then, Queso, I'd like for you to do something similar to kind of, elevate Daze's game. Daze, I think your performance is amazing, like I said, The only advice that I can provide to you in regards to the finale is the fact that this is your show. This is your concert. This isn't something to be, at the end of the day, the finale, you're going to get judged. There will be a winner, right? There will be a second and third place. But you're putting on a concert. Our job is to make sure you guys feel like superstars. Our job is to make sure that you guys have everything that you need in order to bring outfit changes, smoke machines, whatever you want to do to make sure that you feel like a star up there. That's the time. That's the March competition. That's what's going to set artists apart from somebody who just thinks it's another round, because it's not.
That's real.
It's not. It put on a show. Do a backflip off the stage if you can. You know what I'm saying? Like something that's gonna.
I'll teach you how to kick.
I want somebody to come to this free show and be like, "Damn, that was the best concert I think I've ever seen." And obviously you have the potential to do that. Those are my 2 cents on the Level Up, Queso.
To me, make it authentically you. Don't try to, I don't be someone that you're not. Just lean into you. Lean into the most authentic you that you can be. And this just doesn't go to Daze. This goes to all the artists, because there's a plethora of energies that enter as an artist and the type of music. So someone that is doing some R&B and stuff like that, you ain't gonna be kicking up on stage, But I don't know, maybe bring a bubble machine and then have the bubbles go around. Just little things like that might elevate your your thing. I don't know. Bring something special that you throw out to your girl in the crowd, just little extra
Just a
things.
pair of undies, Here you go,
a
baby.
pair of undies with a big old streak. But other than that, because the performance that you put on, it was clean. It was it was thorough. It was just one of those situations, like you said, with Loco Lou. You did everything right, and you can still not get the first. If Loco Lou wasn't there that day, it would have been and it was because he brought his kids and everything, and you even saw that. You're like, I need to bring my kids. So it had nothing to like what was great about all that is that none of this has to do with anyone's character. Nothing
Yeah.
has to do with any backing or any what you've, there's no history stuff that goes into.
Yeah.
It's a purely objective. Let's see what this artist, and like what Sin was saying, this March one, it's going to be a concert, So that segment of you, I know we get in our heads a lot and stuff, and self-talk is very, very important. So let's put it in our heads like it's not a showcase. My concert.
Mm-hmm.
This is my
Amen.
concert.
Yeah.
This is my slot in my
Yep.
concert.
Yep.
This is my time. For me to perform. So I think if you maybe just come in with that headspace, bro, you'll destroy it.
Be gravy.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's true. I appreciate that. 100%.
Yeah, dude.
So one more thing I wanted to talk about, and I don't know if you noticed this, right? But during Daze's performance, there was a moment for me personally that kind of was like, right? You were on stage and you did like this fucking Hulk smash thing, right? And then a bunch of white powder just came up and I was like, oh my God, that was it. You know what I mean? It's shit like that. I doubt you even fucking thought about it or noticed it. You know what I mean? Because you're too busy doing all these cool flips and shit.
Yeah.
That smack, and with bro, it was like you didn't even need a fog machine. It was there for you, and you made it yourself, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Shit like that
I
is
saw
what-
the footage. I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Clip that for me, bro. Because whoo, So
No, that's real. That's love, brother.
yeah, bro. I mean, shit. You got the performance, man. You're set when it comes to being an artist and who you are. You definitely deserve that slot.
And,
What? Go ahead.
I have a question from an artist perspective, for the competition and for the other folk that are performing and stuff. What would you say is the most value that you're getting out of this competition, whether it be for the community, yourself, your family, because you are a family man as well and everything. And I really appreciate that. No matter where you go, you're bringing your family, you're showcasing that you're a great father and everything. And like, you may not see it right now, but his family's here in the studio with us as well. And they're just vibing, having a good time. But what would you say is what do you gain the most out of MC Shanties? When you hear MC Shanties, what is it that comes to mind?
Honestly, I came up to Shanty the first day I went. I didn't even perform. I wasn't there for the competition. I was there for the open mic. But I came with my family, and I like just thinking that hopefully I don't get kicked out bringing them. And then as soon as I walk in, I see kids running all over the place and stuff. And literally, that's it right there. Just being able to bring my kids, and like my brother just came from New York, and he's never seen me perform ever. His kids never seen me perform ever, and they're gonna be there.
They're gonna go crazy.
Yeah, so like just it being an environment where I can spend time with my family, do something that I love, and be like therapeutic in that aspect. Like that's one thing that I know I'm gonna enjoy. I know a lot of other artists are gonna enjoy that.
That's awesome.
I think that's a very inspiring thing because big props to Shanty. She's the entire reason why this kid gray area is even a possibility, right? She really fought for the fact that Loco would not perform in our competition without his son because that's what he wanted to do. You know what I mean? And she really fought for that. And then seeing all these kids coming and stuff like that, seeing the owner of Treasure Chest coming in and looking around as these kids run around in the competition, she loved it. So this gray area is becoming more so of a Shanty's competition environment. You know what I mean? Bring your kids. You know what I mean? Bring your families. Let everybody show who you are as an artist. You know what I mean? And
I honestly love that feeling of just like I met my girlfriend at an open mic. So like
no kidding.
Since we got together, like every open mic, like even if like I just want to go check it out, she has to come with me. And there's times that she like I'm getting ready, she's like, "You go by yourself." I'm like, "Then I'm not going."
Amen.
Because like it's just like
You want her there?
yeah, like she's my support team, and
Yeah,
like
I feel that.
and I met her at a place where I was vulnerable, and like most of the time, like that's not the type of person that I am. Like I don't like if I'm going to perform, I'm going to perform.
Yeah.
She just caught my eye, and it just became something real after that, 100%. And
That's awesome.
And that's awesome that one thing about this community is that there's definitely been a shift within this past year for the better, I'd say. Now, I'm not saying that the community was bad at all. It was still great community, great people and everything. But now there's definitely been a shift in the season, and I feel like everyone can feel it.
I feel like it's been more unified.
More unified, and it's more family centric. It's
Mhm.
more, because at the end of the day, being an artist and having a family, as a family man, you're gonna put your family 1st. You're gonna
Mhm.
provide for your family. You're gonna take care of your family. So that artistry, that's hard to keep going as someone that has responsibilities
Mhm.
like that. So the fact that there are places that not only cater to that, but encourage that around here, whether it be shanties or here we it's a friendly environment because I
Mhm.
mean I got kids I'm teaching piano to and
Yeah.
guitar to, and it's like they don't that doesn't need to be part of it,
Yeah.
and I love that that's how the community is shifting towards
Yeah.
now, where
100%.
it's an actual village of people,
Yes, bro.
and these new like your child and local Lou's kids and Big Reek's kids and all that, they're the next
Yeah.
wave. They're gonna see all of us and be like, "Yo, our family, they
Yeah.
put on a competition. They did shows. Look at this video of my dad did an interview, and then that's gonna inspire them.
Incredibly,
Mhm.
kids will follow in the footsteps. You know what I mean?
And it's gonna be
Oh, no,
what
100%.
you're doing. You may not realize now, but it's gonna be you've already impacted tenfold of what you realize
Mm.
through the next generation already.
No, that's
And
true.
with that being said, what is something that you feel like this next generation of music needs to hear before entering the scene of that? Whether it be the type of music, whether it be the type of people to be around, or the lifestyle, or what really matters in music.
In music, what really matters in music is don't be a bandwagon. Like, don't listen to the song just because like the next person likes it. Like, bro, I'm listening to
That's real.
Dream Fleet, and I'm like a bunch of like oldies and like a lot of Spanish music, and
Oh,
like
yeah.
I'll go in an environment where like I'm listening to something in my headphones and someone back in high school.
Mhm.
A perfect example. Back in high school, I I'd never been so terrified of letting my phone unhooking
And
and then like my music just playing.
Same, boy.
Because dude, there's been a couple of times where like I'm listening to something that someone doesn't like, and I'm the
Mhm.
clown of the class because everyone else doesn't like
Dog,
it.
in high school, I
Mhm.
used to listen to Japanese music, dead silent in math class. My fucking headphones unplug, and all of a sudden it's ba ba ba, and I'm like, oh god,
Dude,
I don't know what that was.
And honestly, I feel like for the next generation, don't care what anybody else thinks. Like if it makes like if you have a song that helps you wake up in the morning, play that song loud and proud because like it's literally music is a place where you let yourself go. Like you when you're at the gym working out, what do you normally do? Listen to music.
Yeah.
Like
I listen to jazz.
what-
Yeah, right, bro. Hell yeah.
like
Sure, we
when-
got that Chopin.
whenever I'm cooking or cleaning at the house, like I'm playing just music that's helping me. Like and half of the time, I'm just like singing and dancing and like I'm
Yeah,
having a
bro.
good time. But it's like music does a lot for you. And if you're listening to music or like moving on music because of the next person, like it's like you're not really listening to music. You're just listening to the person.
And let me know if you agree with this too, but I feel like as artists, it's become easier to expose ourselves as liking some weird shit. You know what I mean? It's way
Mhm.
easier to be like, yeah, I fucking
Oh,
listen
yeah.
to that
I
shit.
feel like the weirder the cooler. You
Yeah,
know,
right? Real
like
talk.
I also feel like it's a respect thing because like say like I have friends that do so many different types of music, from
Mm.
people in the metal scene, from people to the folk scene, from people to the experimental,
Mm-hmm.
where it's like I brought a trash can in today to
Play the drums.
yeah. And I think it just comes to a mutual respect of
Mhm.
because you know what it takes to make one song. You know how long and how many hours and how much effort it takes to make one song.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
to
I could
do a
work on
video
it.
for
I
that
could work
one
on a song
song.
for like 2 years.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, and then even then it's like you're like, I
Yeah.
don't know if I'm gonna,
Mhm.
but and then I think that's part of it in the music community where you if you're real,
mm.
you'll find that respect for someone, even if you don't particularly like that type of music. I'll still respect the fuck out of it and be like, I'm gonna go listen to it because I
Yeah.
know you.
Yeah.
And now I have a little bit of a different,
No,
approach
and
to
then
it.
that would bring up like a conversation. Like that was perfect example. Like one of my best friends, he's like he's a little older than me, like
Mhm.
a lot older than me, but he listens to a lot of classical music and stuff like that. And whenever he would ask me questions, like I wouldn't know what to answer. So like that made me was like, all right, I want to have a conversation with him that was something that he liked.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And so like I went back, started doing my listen to Beethoven, like anything
man.
like that he likes to listen to.
That old school.
Yeah,
That
that
Chopin,
old school,
boy.
yeah.
I'll rock with my Chopin, man.
Give me
Nah,
on
but
some
like,
Bach.
and then that like that opens up to conversations, and not only that, like not even just music, just like how it was back in the day, like
Yeah.
when the music was popular, like what people were doing and stuff like that. Like
Mhm.
it's very like historic and like something like I
Mhm.
I could keep rambling.
Yeah, bro. Please do. It's all you, bro. You know, I think that I'd like to know from your perspective as a consumer, and I'll put a link to the song on the screen. But as a consumer, what artists and song in particular would you say relates to Daze Santiago the most?
That's a good question.
Consumer to like the lovely trees.
Mhm.
Like consumer. What do you mean?
Like consumer of music, right? As
As
a
someone that listens to music,
Yeah.
what song out there that is not made by you would you say
relates most to
relates
you
most to who you are?
as an artist.
Damn.
That's tough on the spot.
That's a tough one. Honestly,
Shots by Lil Jon.
no. Is it
Something tells me Neo. You know what I mean?
Neo? No, it's
Fucking-
actually Frank Ocean,
Fair,
I love
bro.
Frank
Hell yeah.
Ocean.
and it has to be Nikes by Frank Ocean.
Okay.
Mm,
Funny you brought up Frank
Papa
Ocean.
Blonde.
Yeah,
Yeah.
off
Yeah.
blonde. Either Nikes or Nights.
Nights, that one's great.
Yeah, I think it is Nights
Nights.
because the beat drop and like just like the lyrics behind it, like I could
The
like
control
most of the time when I
cadence.
listen to that song, like I like have my eyes closed and I'm like
Mhm.
reminiscing on how life used to be and stuff like that. So
Mhm.
The one Frank Ocean song that really stuck with me was Chanel, bro.
Chanel's the
Yeah.
same one too.
Simple side like Chanel.
So the song 6 Foot Under Arrest that I got coming out
Mhm.
at some point, use it like I was talking about earlier, how like copy the homework but don't make it look like that whole beep, ba, 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 da, da. You know what I mean? I used that little up
melody.
in
Mhm.
that you know what I mean? And that's completely inspired by Frank Ocean, fun fact.
Mhm.
Do you have any Frank Ocean songs that like of songs that you have released, are there any Frank Ocean influences in any of them that you can divulge?
I would probably say, dude, honestly, just to be, yeah. I have a song. It's called Games, and it's just like, how like in the Blonde album, like his beats were like very like trippy in the
Mhm.
aspect.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
it was like very offbeat and
Yep.
stuff like that.
Yep.
Well,
Psychedelic type.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Games
Mhm.
is like a psychedelic beat, but I'm just singing, like I'm like
Gotcha.
letting myself go and like in that song. So I would say like that was
I
probably
love that.
like
Nice.
That's awesome.
the Frank Ocean like
That's fucking awesome.
era.
As you can see, I mean, you saw I got a bunch of Frank Ocean stuff over there.
Yeah.
Like a lot.
Big
Oh.
fan, huh?
Just a little bit, just a little bit. But regarding more so backpacking off of that song and everything, who are you listening to nowadays? What's been your kind of song in your head for the past maybe month or so, or this year really, because it's just
You want to be
February.
honest with you? What I've been singing for the past like 2 or 3 days is R.I.P. my grandma because she got shot.
Hey man, boy, who
And-
hasn't?
Right?
Because of queso.
'Cause-
Not even from the original song, like because
that one.
yes, but no, but being on a serious note, probably I listen to a lot of Kendrick
Nice.
and probably the Damn album, like every song off that album.
Mhm.
One of my
is-
favorite fucking albums.
it's
by
been on
Kendrick, bro.
repeat, just
Good Kid,
'cause,
Mad City,
like-
and Damn, bro.
just because like how all the songs just like mix with each other
Mhm.
and
Yeah.
like I like just the story behind it and just like everything behind the album is like that. Yeah, that's my go-to.
The production is
Yeah.
The picture of the album tells you exactly what the album feels like.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
amazing, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it has to be that.
It's good, bro. That's a great choice. No cap. No cap.
So you definitely have a more you have a hip hop and R&B kind of background and stuff. Is there
Mhm.
any, because I know you said the weird stuff. What's the weird stuff you like to listen to?
Anything EDM. Like
EDM?
you
Okay.
could like I don't personally listen to it, but like I will go like put it on like just a shuffle on like
Gotcha.
my music
Mhm.
and like anything that would just play off the shuffle. Like
Nice.
dude, it's
Yeah,
just
bro.
like I just
Bop to.
it just bop to and just like let myself go. And I've been to a couple raves too that like, dude, it just gets weird there.
Yeah.
But
Raves
like
get
I
weird.
love it because
Yeah.
everyone's just being themselves and the music is just like everywhere. And
Yeah.
I'm just like, yes. Like yeah. Or like or like Tyler the Creator, but his weird shit. Like
Mhm.
not
Okay.
his like his rapper shit, like his
Yeah.
Where
weird
he's
shit.
squawking like a
It's
seagull
weird.
and shit.
Yeah, like Earthquake
Sad
or like
Patrick.
anything.
Igor stuff.
Yeah, Igor stuff. Like that has to be. Like, or Willow Smith. Willow
Willow
Smith.
Willow Smith
There's-
is the
Yeah.
truth, my boy.
Yeah, there's a couple of songs like
Mhm.
Hold On, Wait a Minute by
Yeah,
Willow
Wait a Minute,
Smith.
that one's
Yeah,
good.
I remember like singing that song in the car with nothing but guys. But we're just smoking a blunt and
Yeah,
we're
boy.
just screaming down the top of our
Yeah.
lungs like hold on, wait a minute. Like
I like
But-
Willow a lot. Jaden Smith too. I like his Sire album
Yes,
a lot.
yes,
That
yeah.
album is.
Jaden Smith had a song, and it came out, I want to say, like 2 or 3 years ago, and it touched me. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I've never been really a Jaden Smith fan, but that one fucking. I wish I knew what the name of it was. If I find it, I'll put it up. But
Might be off of the Sire album because that one's the more.
could be. Yeah, it's newer. I
Yeah.
would say Daze, when you were talking about EDM and stuff like that,
Mm.
I feel like part of the reason why I have a hard time defining my genre is because of the fact that I listen to a lot of EDM. A lot of the inspiration I get from my music is artists that do a lot of EDM stuff. And it's interesting because it doesn't really translate into rap, but
Mhm.
when I do it, that's where my mind is, right? So from my perspective, I think that that's why your music might be different or might be a little more interesting is because of the fact that perhaps you take a genre defining song that is not necessarily rap or hip hop, but is influenced from, I don't know, country, for example, or
Mhm.
whatever. And it's that different pull that really gets you, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
outside of rap and hip hop, outside of the Mike Jack pop sort of stuff, what's another genre that you get a lot of your inspiration from? Is it EDM?
I would say either EDM or like I'm drawing a blank, but like I guess you wonder where I've been.
Okay,
Okay.
Bobby Caldwell is one of my
yes.
favorite artists, my boy.
Yes,
Okay, all right.
like
You heard that shit, babe? Oh!
Yeah, like a bunch of like music like that
Yeah.
too is.
I'm actually like singing.
Yeah,
like-
it's R&B.
Because
but
I
yeah.
honestly started singing like "Let You Go" probably is like one of the songs that like I sing a lot. Even when I'm
Mhm.
like rapping in the song, it's more like just a melodic singing.
Yeah,
but
bro.
like I started doing that probably like 2 years ago, and that was just because like I can't really rap because I have like a speech impediment. I don't know if y'all have noticed. Like,
Nope.
we've been talking.
No, you're killing it.
Music's been helping. Music's been helping. But yeah, I started singing and just like I have an ear for music, and
Mhm.
it's just because like I listen to a lot of things, and like I like putting different melodies that shouldn't be together, because like in my ears it sounds pretty good. And you came up to me and you told me that whenever I perform Let You Go,
Mhm.
or no, So What.
So
Whenever I
What,
perform
mhm.
So What, and whenever you listen to it, it's two different things.
It's two different songs. It
And
is.
it's 'cause,
And that's
like-
okay. You know what I mean? It's a great song. Don't get
Yeah,
me
yeah,
wrong.
yeah.
But your performance
Mm-hmm.
is what gets me on that song,
And
bro.
a lot, and I get that a lot, but it's because like dude, I sing that song in the shower all the time,
Mhm.
and like I
Mhm.
play with like the harmonies a lot,
Yes.
and like, dude, I like that you've noticed that because I listen to your music and I hear your harmonies. I'm just like, I want to be like that.
Well, bro,
Like
it's really Shan. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like me and Shan would be driving in the car and stuff, and she's like, I'm like, it's different, isn't it? And she's like, it's the harmonies.
Mm.
It's the harmonies. He does the harmonies on stage, and it
Mm-hmm.
A1.
It's a great. Yeah, you hit
Thank
it
you,
great.
thank you.
Mhm. And
I-
and what's interesting is the fact that you said that my harmonies. I want to tell you a little secret. I don't do any
I know it.
harmonies. I do the track. My engineer does melodyne with it. You know what I mean? And then he'll add another track and put the melodies on a different key.
Okay,
Change the
okay.
pitch.
You know what I mean? So it's false harmonies. I've dubbed it false harmonies because I really like that non-human mythical sound. You know what I mean?
I got you.
Um,
I'm
It fits
honestly
yourself.
started getting into that too. I
Bro.
was working with Little Mark, and he does a lot of like auto tune or like
Yep,
that mix,
yep,
and
yep.
that same sound, and he put like an effect behind my voice. I was like, who the hell is that?
Yeah.
Because normally I'm just like I have to layer all my songs. Like I do like 2 or 3 takes just to have like the different melodies,
Yeah,
different
yeah.
tones and
Mhm.
stuff. But with him, he was just like, "Oh, I got you," and
Yeah.
then like
boom.
started doing it with like the actual more
Yeah.
technical stuff. And me as a producer, I don't record myself, but I like to make beats
Mhm.
or like produce for other people. I can never do that for myself. But when he showed me, I was just like,
No way, I'll play with this.
I'll play with that.
because I usually I sit right there and I record myself and everything like that, and then the way I find harmonies, since I'm classically piano trained, I'll figure out where on the piano. All right, this is the scale I'm in. Do 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 do. Okay, that goes with that, so I can do with do, and then put them together and layered it up, and then also just working with a lot of people in the studio, learning how people hit harmonies different, and what I've been really trying to lean into is those the dissonant sounds, like you've been saying, and the sevenths, where it's like, all right, getting a little music theory here. All right, I say we're in the scale of C. You go from C to C. So instead of going from C to C, if I hit a half note under the C, that's a seventh, and it'll sound more jazzy.
Yeah.
So then I'm hitting a B instead. So now I'm doing a C with a B, but C and B is like close together. So when you play it, it sounds weird. But then if you spread it and then play it, then it sounds like nice, you know.
Magic.
So, I mean, I'd like to do a song with you too, Dave.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Oh, let's see a little.
I want to collab
collaboration.
with everyone. It's
Same.
just before, like, if it was easy, it was way easier before, just without, like, having a kid and all.
Yeah.
Because I was like at every open mic, at every showcase. But like now, like, it's more of it just like whenever it happens, it happens. I try not to rush it, because I mean, even before, I've never tried to rush anything. I just have more time. But now, like, dude, I'm down to work with anybody, with everyone. It's just, whenever it happens, it happens.
So I got another question. All right. So last question then for this segment. So I know you're a music man, family man, but there's always much more that goes into a man. What other things in your life, like your hobbies? What do you like to do? What kind of foods do you like to eat? Where do you want to travel to? Like what other layers to your life are there that we might not know about?
Well, I work for the city of Fort Myers.
Okay.
I don't know if y'all knew that.
I did not know that.
Yeah, I work at the beach, so I'm a beach boy. But other than that, like, I just make music, hang out with my family, go mudding, go camping.
Nice.
Okay, country type boy. All
yeah.
right.
Outside stuff.
Yeah.
So you're an outdoorsy kind of guy, little Bass Pro
100%.
Shop.
Yeah,
That's what
100%.
made me think. I was like, there's definitely more to.
Yeah, go
I see the
fishing.
Tims and stuff.
Yeah,
So.
I try, like, I work. If I'm not working, I'm at home with my kids, or I'm in the woods somewhere, or on the beach. Yeah.
Okay, nice. Do you have, you say you go mudding and stuff, do you have any toys and stuff that you like to bring out? You got friends that.
Yeah, when I lived in Lehigh, now I live in Cape, so it's a little harder now, but when I lived in Lehigh, yeah, we have side-by-sides, four-wheelers, dirt bikes, and just go trail riding all the time.
Yeah, that's where all the fun toys are at.
Or RYC, Redneck
Oh,
Yacht
yeah,
Club.
we're in a yacht club.
Man, you guys, we got to do some more outdoor shit. You know what I mean?
Dude, and it's fun, and I definitely like love going with a group of people, because like normally I like to make it like on the weekend.
Okay.
So like we go like after work on Friday, spend the night, camping, and then
Nice.
all next day we're just riding, fishing, doing,
Where's some place that you've always wanted to go camping at?
Colorado.
Colorado.
Valid.
Yeah, dude, that would be
100% Colorado, because weed's legal there, and it'll be a great time.
And it's beautiful. Yeah,
Yep.
I get that.
All right, we're gonna take a little break, guys. We'll be back with Daze Santiago in like 1 second for y'all, but we're gonna take a 30 and.
We'll be having Parlay
tuned.
take my seat here, but
Hey,
it's been a pleasure, bro. Like learning
Appreciate
more
you,
about you
Queso.
and everything. It's really
Thank
really
you.
nice.
Appreciate you.
Welcome to the second half of the Daze interview. I tagged in another fellow long-hair white boy.
What's up, Parlay?
What's
Welcome.
up, y'all? I'm Parlay.
Hey.
So, backpacking off of what we were just talking about, with the MC Shanties competition and everything, we got the March one coming up. We talked a lot about, what kind of goes into your music, who you are behind the music and stuff. And I know Parlay has been gathering, some things. Sorry, Sin was just,
Being a mantis.
being a mantis. But Parlay, you got any questions for Daze here?
Yeah, I got some pretty basic ones, to be honest with you, which I'm surprised we didn't ask, but
We're waiting for you.
All right, Daze, where are you from, bro?
I'm from Oahu, Hawaii.
Hawaii, nice. I don't know many people
Aloha,
from Hawaii.
Melakaliki Maka, brother.
When did you come over to the mainland?
I was at a young age, but I was like just back and forth all the time.
Okay. So like, why were your parents in Hawaii? Like, were they from Hawaii or?
They're originally, my mom's
Okay.
originally from there, and then my dad's from Jamaica, but then he ended up
got
moving to Hawaii, and then they met. And
Interesting,
Made
bro.
days.
That's awesome. I know, right? That's crazy.
Yeah, I didn't know. So Hawaiian Jamaican.
Yeah.
That's an awesome combo, man.
And then I was fostered by Puerto Rican Dominican, so I
Nice.
was like a mutt. I speak
That's
Spanish,
where the
all that
Spanish
stuff,
comes from. Yeah. Nice.
That's funny. Let's see here. Well, how old were you when you like wrote your first song?
My first song, I was 20.
20?
Yeah.
Nice.
I
You
just
remember
recently started writing.
what was the name of the?
So what?
What was it? Say what?
Yeah,
was the
So
first
What?
song?
Mhm.
Nice. Oh, so what? Okay,
Yeah,
my
So
bad. My
What?
bad.
Yeah, that was
I
the
got
first.
you.
That was the first like official song I wrote.
Nice.
But I didn't produce or anything. It was just more like a poem.
Okay.
And then first official song that I made into a song was "Pass Me the Gas."
Gotcha.
Nice.
Always had that influence, you know, a little 420 influence, you know. So,
100%.
and I'm about to say like the what was that? I think it was "Pass Me the Gas." I'm pretty sure where you had that chant. You know, it's like there's like a chant one that you had. I can't remember the name of. You did it one time, and I won't forget it because you had the whole crowd saying.
That was
like,
backyard social, right?
No, that-
Backstreet, Bay Street Yard. That thing.
I can't remember.
I remember that performance. That was an awesome performance, dude.
Appreciate that.
But you had like a chant. I can't remember. It was about like passing weed or
Smoking.
something. Just smoking another.
Smoking hella weed.
Yeah, smoking
Oh,
hella weed. Yeah,
smoking hella weed.
Yeah,
Smoking
I
hella
remember that one.
weed. Yeah,
I remember that being super
everyone.
catchy.
Yeah, normally everyone.
Yeah,
that's what
yeah.
everyone called me was smoking hella weed.
Smoking hella weed. Yeah, that's good. You gotta have a song. You know, you gotta have a song that people can sing along with and be catchy and stuff.
Mhm.
What's sorry, Parla.
No, you're good.
What's your favorite song that you've created?
My favorite song. Shit. Baby, what's my favorite song? Honestly, I don't
Gotta
know.
phone a
I
friend.
like all my songs, but
Yeah.
I would say a death letter, right? Yeah, a death letter, because that's more like a vulnerable song. Like, yeah, it's like more personal and like that again was also a poem
Okay.
yeah, I got it off of Polo G. Polo G's "Beautiful Pain."
I remember
I
you saying
just
that earlier.
that song, like I felt that song in my heart, and then I
Mhm.
started writing a poem to that beat, and then ended up going to the studio probably like 2 days later, and then I told my producer, I was like, so I need this beat, but not that exact beat,
Yeah.
something like similar. He was like, all right, bet. And then while he was making the beat, I was singing what I had like on my notes, and we ended up making that song. But I also like I still don't think it's perfect.
Nothing ever is.
Yeah, so
I feel
like
you.
that's still a song that even though it's out, it's still in the works. So if it comes out again, it might be a little different. But
It's that sabi wabi.
yeah,
the
but like, yeah,
aesthetics.
I would say that's definitely one of my favorite songs because I'm speaking from the heart. It's one of the songs that I'm like I could sit there and sing without the track it being on, or I could sing it with the track being on. And each way, you're still gonna feel the same.
Yeah.
So I got a question, you know, for all the family guys out there. How is it changed, or if it's changed, how has it changed since, you know, days before, you know, having your lovely child versus now? Like, how do you move differently? Do you like, you know, like what changed in your mind?
Full 360, 100%. I was lost, honestly. I was in a dark hole, and like mentally and financially, just basically everything. I was just like, the only thing I had was music, literally. And I would go to Poet's Realm, and like half of the time I was like blacked out drunk just because I was like letting go of the shit that was going behind closed doors. And like since I met my girl, like she's like helped me change a lot in a like as a man, and then me having my kid like made me a father. So like that's just by itself a whole 360 because I didn't have to take care of no one but myself, you know. But like I don't regret anything because
Lovely.
like if without like you know my family, I would definitely like be in a whole different position, be in a whole different mindset. Like now I'm just worried about where I want to be like for my family and where I want to leave for my family. That
Nice.
makes
I like
sense.
to hear that, man, because I know a lot of people that are parents tell me, you know, their why completely changes, you know, when they have a kid and everything. And, you know, now you got someone that you like, you know, you aspire to be an inspiration to them, you know, for their future and stuff. And I think you're doing a great job at that so far. So
I appreciate that.
So let's get back to who do you make music with like the most around here locally?
Shout out to your little baby.
Yeah, she's trying to be seen.
So cute.
I've worked with a couple artists out here. I've worked with JH, John Stella,
Nice.
Lucas. I worked with.
I haven't heard Lucas in a long time, to be honest with you.
I worked with him. I would just go to his house just to hang out, and we would just be making beats and writing with each other. Guala, we made a whole album, basically a whole movement.
Nice.
The Industry Bandits. We ended up making a song, and we would perform it every Wednesday at Creative Vibes. Shout out Duchess.
Let's go.
And just the engagement that we got with the crowd, and like we were both going through hard shit at the time, and we were able to like let all that stuff go. And we ended up both having kids basically around the same time too.
It's funny how life works, you know?
Yeah, so like it just definitely helped out a lot. But now I'm just producing everything myself. I'm trying to work with Bam, trying to work with Sin, trying to work with basically everyone that's in the scene right now.
Yeah.
Just because like I've been watching out for like years.
Yeah,
I've been trying to
say
work
it's been a
with y'all
long
for minute.
time. Yeah.
Yeah, but like I definitely want to work with everyone. Like I love making music, the writing part by myself, but the production and producing wise, I definitely like sharing that with other people. And
So you
making
do
that happen.
piggyback off that. You do your own production works?
Mhm.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah,
I
everything-
didn't know that about you at all.
Yeah, everything Industry Bandit wise, for me and Guala, all the production and beats were made by me.
Love that.
So most of my songs were code produced by me.
Nice.
So yeah.
That's like, yeah, dude, I had no idea. So like that's one is why we do this.
Yeah.
Cause like I had no idea you made beats. How long have you been doing that for?
Making beats since as long as I've been playing instruments. So
Nice.
since I was like 16.
What DAW do you use?
Before I used to use a lot of Fruity
Fruity
Loops,
Loops.
but right now because I don't have all my equipment anymore, I've just been using BandLab. Just
All good, bro.
on
Hey,
my phone.
gotta
just
get it
cooking.
done one way or the
Yeah,
other. That's all I
use
gotta
use
say.
whatever. I would
Yeah.
tell people use whatever
Mhm.
tools you got.
Hey.
It don't matter.
Dude,
It
nothing-
don't
nothing
matter.
matters.
Just do it. But so seeing from you're clearly saying that you've definitely feel like you've had an immense amount of growth personally. What would the Daze Santiago so what would Daze Santiago now wish he could tell the Daze Santiago of 2 years ago then?
Wake up, dude. Like, honestly, like I was just it was just a me thing because like I did have family, like having my back like trying to lead me the right way, but my family's very like, all right, I'm gonna tell you this, but it takes you to like take from what I'm telling you, and like it took me a long time. I'm 26, and it took me literally before my kid was born for me to like actually wake up and like do that whole 360. But like, yeah, dude, I would wish I could tell myself, wake up, like listen to the people that are telling you these things. Like what you're doing right now is not okay. Like you're hurting the people that love you. You're hurting yourself, and like just wake up.
You know, it's funny that you say that because I feel like a lot of people, like especially at that age, sometimes just got to learn it the hard way once. But that's how you learn things, right? So, but it's nice to know that you can recognize that even now, like what you was going through and stuff. Did that really affect like your music, like the writing process and stuff, like what you were writing about, how you're writing?
It helped me write because all my songs are either something I've been through or something I've seen other people go through, and it's like I don't try to like cap on anything that I speak. Like I'm not out here making millions of dollars, driving foreign cars and all this stuff. Like I'm getting my heart broken by someone that I thought was the one. So like I try to like have something that's relatable not just to me but for other people because like I mean we have enough like clout chasing music out here. That's what I see and how I see it. But like the behind the scenes like that we don't like Frank Ocean is the best example. Like not a lot of people bump Frank, but like I noticed like the artists like Queso, like I noticed you love Frank.
Yeah.
But like just like the underground artists that like I've got myself around, like they enjoy the same things I like, and like I definitely like think that's
favorite rapper type stuff.
Yeah, and like I can't ask like somebody that's mainstream like, oh, who's your favorite person? Like I'm like, oh, me. Like,
Yeah, I feel you.
like I'm able to, you know, open up with music, and like I like that the people that I have around me, they're like basically in the same wavelength as me.
I feel like it's important as an artist, as for every artist, really, is like if you're going into it thinking about making money, then you're already in it for the
You're
wrong
failing.
reason.
Yeah, you're
'Cause,
failing,
like
dude.
the whole point of art isn't to make money. The whole point of art is to express
You
yourself.
do it
So-
even if you don't make any money
Like,
off of it.
and I mean,
I
I'm
have
gonna be
to
honest
make
with
it.
you. I did it for 10 years before I started making money. So
Mhm.
like whatever, any money is like a blessing from
Mhm.
it. So like,
Oh my god! When we started making when we started first DJing, we
Yeah,
started with
yeah.
25 an hour, and we would split that between the two of us, and
half of it would go to the business.
60-40. It would
Yeah.
be 40%
yeah,
for us,
yeah,
and 60% would go,
yeah.
and then
But-
that's what funded our first studio and the storage unit.
Piggybacking
and,
off of
yeah,
that,
yeah.
it's like you can't go in expecting to make money, but if it happens, then it's like that's why everyone's so grateful when
Yeah,
they reach
it's
that
a- yeah,
point,
it's
you
a
know, because it's
blessing.
like I've just been doing this because it's some way to
Mm-hmm.
escape or
Mhm.
or to make me understand my life a little better from an outside view or something. But that's cool, man. No, I can tell you're already doing it for the right reasons, which is awesome to hear because I know a
Appreciate
lot
it,
of
yeah.
people don't, and like they go clout surfing and chasing and all that, and like I feel like that's where a lot of artists fail.
Yeah.
They fail because they put on a front, like this is what everyone else wants to hear, so I'm going to make this,
Mhm.
and then they have to act for the rest of their life now if
Mhm.
they do get
Yeah.
famous.
And
So
now,
do
now
that.
learning more about you today and your music, now I can approach your music with a little bit more insight. I can get more out of what you're saying because now I understand you more. And to me, it's really really cool because it's this journey of a man becoming the man he wants to be. I don't know what you 2 years 3 years ago was, but it sounds to me like you said you had some growing to do, and obviously you've immensely grown from what you've been telling me. So in this journey, as an artist, whether journey of a man, journey of a woman, when it comes to making these things, that's why I always say put that stuff out like you did, because now down the road, say in your 50s and stuff, you'll listen to that and you'll look at where you are now and you'll be like, wow, I needed to make this.
Mhm.
I needed to make that to further my journey along to become the man that I want to be.
No, 100%.
And so I see that right now where I have a sense that you have the ideal man that you want to be. And even though that might not be an obtainable that you can grab because that's an ideal, you're still striving for that.
Mhm.
And it derives from your newfound sense of purpose, your newfound, the new music that you're taking in. And to me, it feels like you're essentially telling me you have a new life in this year.
100%.
And
If I would like look back like in the same mindset, well, look forward like back in the day and like try to see where I would be at. Like literally last year, I would not think I would be exactly where I'm at this year. You know.
Mhm.
so I know you're doing good then.
Yeah, and like, but it's just like I'm going through things that are different. Like I used to be like the party guy, like wake up at like 4 p.m., go out, and then do it all again the next day.
Mhm.
And like that was literally just draining. Like half of the time, like
Hey, been there, bro.
half of the time, like not even remember what I did like last week, you know. But like now, like I told my girl, I was like, for Thanksgiving and the holidays, I was just like, this is probably the first time I actually got to celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas and like be there with my family and stuff like that. Like my dad came to the house and stuff, and like
That's nice, a good feeling, isn't
yeah,
it?
that was something like I didn't get, and it was obviously because like how I was moving where I was at that time. But like now, like I'm like seeing like family is more important. You know, my health is more important. Like the people around me, like I have to pick who's around me because not everyone has the same intentions
Mhm.
as me. And yeah, I
Ain't
definitely
that
had
the truth.
there's been a lot of cutoffs. There's been a lot of like, a lot of fights and a lot of aggression, but it's been worth it at the end.
And
I see a brighter light now, and
That's
like,
good.
yeah, it's definitely been good.
And that just comes from, I feel like, getting older and just what I was talking about earlier, the state of the music community around here now, where when I first started and stuff, I wouldn't say it was cutthroat,
Mm-hmm.
but it was very, who can I step on to get to the next?
Yeah,
who
to the
can
next,
who can I use to elevate me to surpass that
Yeah, dude,
person.
the music scene.
And-
I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of toxic a couple years back,
Mhm.
like, and it was just literally that. It was just like people collabing just to get on top of them or to like
And it was more of-
surpass them.
and it was more of a beef community. I
Mhm.
felt like what's the next beef about to happen?
Yeah.
Whereas now, where it takes all of us, it's there's families coming around, there's kids coming around, people are actually enjoying just the art of it, just for the sake of doing it.
Yeah, there's people that like Ernell or like people or Duchess. Like I've known Duchess since I was like in middle school, high school, like
Mhm.
for a while, and like I just randomly ran into her and she was just like, "Oh yeah, I make music." Like I have a spot for like people that make music. I was like, "Oh well, I make music." She's like, "No way," and then like just like that growth that she saw from like someone in school to like someone that's making music, she was like, "What the heck?" And then now like now that I have my kid and stuff, like she sees me and she's like so like sees a whole different person.
Mm-hmm.
And like a lot of people are like that, and I like that's what's making me realize that like my whole life did that 360, because people are
That's
like,
awesome.
"I'm so proud of you, like I would never thought you'll be where you're at now." And like even
Mhm.
my family, my brother tells me all the time, every time I call him in the morning, he's like, "Bro, like I'm so proud of you."
That's
And
awesome.
like
bro.
that feel like that means a lot as a man and as
All right, we're gonna
Yeah.
switch gears here. I'm gonna just do rapid fire questions. Top 3 artists of all time for Daze Santiago.
Frank Ocean, Mac, and Ozuna.
Ozuna.
Mac is definitely one of my favorites for sure.
Ozuna, he's crazy.
All right, how about do you know anything about the producer realm?
Yeah.
All right, what's your top 3 producers?
Dre,
Nice.
even though he's wild, Kanye.
Hey, look,
Yeah.
I feel you. Kanye's like my number 1, even though he wild. But
yeah, he's wild. but
production-wise,
Kanye-
all BS aside.
and then obviously Dre, and then I would have to say Cube, because Cube, I
Nice.
don't know if people knew he produced a little bit.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he produced. It's like, I mean, not produced, but like co-produced on a couple
Okay,
songs,
okay.
and like me as a co-producer, because that's what made me learn how to produce, was like being like next to somebody and like
Yeah.
so it has to be Cube.
That's cool, man. Nice. I would never guess that.
Same.
Which is nice. Let's see. Let's piggyback off of that. Just went.
What's your favorite TV show? What's your
There we
favorite
go.
movie?
My favorite movie has to be Dazed and Confused.
All
That
right.
makes sense.
Little on the
Yeah.
nose.
That
And,
makes sense.
Funny, what's it called? Fun. On a funny note, that's where Daze came from.
Yeah. I was about to say, did that have any impact on the name? Yeah.
definitely did. And you said who was my character?
Favorite TV show?
TV show. SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Nice, yeah. Nice.
SpongeBob.
SpongeBob.
That's
Yeah.
funny. Did you play any sports like growing up?
Yeah, I played football in high school, and then I was on a traveling basketball team.
Nice.
Oh,
did,
nice.
did that have any influence on music maybe later or
Honestly, no, it was
totally
just me
separate?
being healthy and just
nice. Yeah. that's
because
good.
I was honestly I was pretty big when I was a kid, like closer to like almost, if I didn't take care of myself, would have been like diabetic and
I
stuff
feel
like
you.
that. But
Same.
like so I started doing sports and stuff, so that definitely it would just help me, health wise, and
He's like, what do you like better, basketball or football?
probably basketball.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What position did you play?
And basketball,
Yeah.
I played forward,
Nice.
or point guard, depending.
Yeah. Let's see. I just had one. Favorite food?
Favorite food, tacos.
Tacos. And like, you mean like white people tacos?
No,
or
I'm talking about like
Food truck tacos.
Food truck tacos.
Yeah.
That's what I'm talking about.
Can't go
for
wrong
sure.
food truck tacos.
Too many good food trucks around here, around
No,
these
bro.
parts to
Honestly,
eat white people tacos.
I'm
to be honest.
surprised how many food trucks are out here,
Lot of
dude.
good ones.
Like,
Yeah.
and
I know I always joke around with my family whenever they come in town. They're always like, well, let's go to a good taco place. I was like, all right, you're going to have to trust me. It's at a gas station.
Right.
I promise you, though,
It's gas.
busted. Yeah.
Shout out Taco Vasquez.
bro, I definitely feel that. Yeah, me and her got our favorite spot. It's by
Yeah.
Red Bones. They
Oh,
have-
yeah. Oh, yo,
that
I
taco
know.
spot right
I
there?
know. It's right next to the other venue back there.
What's it
Yeah.
called? I haven't seen
Yeah, you went there. It was right
Okay.
next to where, oh, man, what was that place called? Nini's house?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Oh,
bro.
That place
fire.
is
That
dope.
one's
That-
fire.
if
That's
I
my
didn't live
spot.
so far away, that'd be the crack spot for me for
Yeah,
sure.
that, dude. We're in Cape and we drive all the way there just to
Just,
get tacos
yeah.
because that place is just too
Yeah,
gas.
yeah. Shouts out all these local businesses that
Right.
we're
No,
talking
for
about
real.
because y'all the real ones for real. Y'all keeping this
Yeah,
this
I
place
think I
going
might
and
have to
moving.
get some tacos after this.
Yeah,
so-
yeah. That sounds
Right.
pretty dang good right now. Not gonna lie.
All right, so in the realm of me going back to music, being successful means a lot of different things to a lot of different people. What, in your definition, would it take for you to consider yourself to be successful? And you could say, that you feel successful right now, which I in my life I definitely do. Doesn't mean I don't want more. Doesn't mean I don't want to strive for more. But I can still recognize that I am proud in my successes. That
I'm almost feeling successful.
almost okay.
Yeah. Like,
That's awesome, bro.
right now, my goal is just to like being able to like comfortably, like right now I mean I could provide for my family, but comfortably provide for my family, if that makes sense.
Through music,
Like
or
just
in general.
Just in general,
Just in
like
general.
if it could be through music, that would be a blessing. But just like I'm a workers, man. I'm not gonna stop working. So
Mhm.
like even if my music did blow up, I'll
Blow up
probably
and-
do a part time at fucking Waffle House or something. But, like
Yo,
Yeah.
everyone gonna be popping
Yeah.
up at the Waffle House though. You got
Nah.
Daze serving. Come on.
no,
man.
but I definitely like that's my success story is just like being like having my family appreciate me and just being loved by everyone that's around me. That's where I can feel successful. at.
Nice.
Well, then you're definitely
100%.
from the outside in. It definitely looks like you're very successful then,
No, I appreciate that.
because I mean, like you said, you don't go nowhere without your support system,
Mhm.
and they're always there for you, and you can always pick out in the crowd. Oh, there's Daze folks, So that's awesome, because the worst thing you could have said is like, oh, I don't feel any, like
Mhm.
that, where it's like, no, you do have these accolades, you do have.
Yeah, there's always something in your life, even though if you don't see it, there's always something positive in your life. It just
Mhm.
takes your mind, your mentality, and also like I've been realizing just the people around you to realize where you're at in life. Because like if you
Yeah.
have like people that don't want to see you grow, or like people that are just like don't even want to see themselves growing themselves,
Mhm.
like you're not gonna see no like growth.
It's
Just gonna-
stagnant.
yeah, you're just gonna be in a steady pace. But like I've had to do a lot of hard decisions, letting like those toxic people go, or just the toxic traits of mine go, and like now I definitely feel more successful.
That is
than
very
before.
important, honestly, because you're the average of like the 5 people you hang around with the most. So if you are hanging out with people that like you said, like you used to do, go party all the time, which I'm
Mhm.
sure back then that's who all you was hanging out with.
Yeah,
people that was
100%.
doing that all the time, and then now your circle kind of changes.
Yeah,
with
now
you.
I have dad friends.
Yeah, exactly. Right. And and
dad things
life
together.
changes over time. Not saying that what you was doing back then was anything wrong, because I think everyone has phases,
Mhm.
But
We
but,
young, and-
but now
Yeah.
now you it seems like you kind of understand where your life's headed, and like you already sound like you got kind of a good plan to kind of get to the point to where you are feeling comfortable and stuff. Because I'm the same way as you, man. I always got to be working, bro. Like I'm
Mhm.
nonstop.
Yeah,
Like,
100%.
I got-
bro.
Only day I have off really is like Sunday. So
Yeah.
yeah, man. But
And even then.
I don't even then. We
Still
still
work,
like if
yeah.
something pops up, I'm like, okay, let's go.
Yeah, I'm the same way. My girlfriend's always mad at me because she's like, every time like you're always at work, and then whenever you're off work, there's always something to do. I'm just like, you're right, but we're having a good time though.
Yeah,
We're
right.
together.
yeah, it's a life.
We'll go get tacos.
Yeah. All right, I got one last question for you, man. What are we seeing in the future? We got any projects we working
Mhm.
on? We got what you producing, what you making? What's the vibe?
Right now, I'm working on an album. It's kind of funny, but it's a diss track to my old self.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. So like it's basically just like where I'm at in life now, and then it's probably not gonna be out probably for like a year and a half maybe, just because like I still have so much time like with her,
Yeah, and other
like,
things come up too,
yeah,
you know?
other things come up, and like it's just gonna be a project. Right now I'm just working on like just the beats and stuff like that, like
Nice.
what type of flows and what type of melodies is gonna be on the album. But it's definitely like the whole background is just gonna be like who I am now, and fuck that person I was a year ago.
It's awesome.
Nice,
couple years
dude.
ago.
Nice. So, how many songs you looking at, or how many do you want?
I work in large amounts, so probably in between 15 to 20
So you're a classic
songs.
album guy like myself.
Yeah.
I know a lot of people now are shifting more towards singles because of the algorithm, but I'm an album guy.
Yeah, I'm
so.
an album guy too.
It's
If
true.
I'm not
Hey,
dropping,
no, I'm not talking about anybody in particular. I do
Talking
it
about
myself.
Queso, 'cause
I do it
Queso's doing
myself.
it.
no,
I do it
if I'm
myself.
not dropping an album, I'm normally dropping an EP. But there's sometimes I've dropped a single, but that single is just probably promoting the EP or the album that's
I
dropping.
do feel like it's important, at least for me, when someone comes out with a project, is that it's cohesive. So like having an album, like always is like, okay, the album is cohesive. It's telling it's telling different parts of your life, but telling the kind of essentially like the same story. You know, fits a common theme, and I feel like that's so important. You know, to me as an artist, listening to other artists and stuff, being like, okay, I know what this album's about.
Yeah, yeah.
Mine, I'm putting out singles and then creating the album after, and be like, oh, these singles kind of go together, so put that. And
Yeah, my song, even the last album I dropped, that one was just all over the place. We had some reggae songs. We had
that was my next question. I was like, is this like mixed genre?
yeah, definitely. Everything Daze wise is mixed genre. You'll have
it's
your,
Daze.
yeah, you'll have a couple like smoking songs in there, and then you have your heartbreak love songs. But it's just it's definitely gonna be a mix.
You got any features?
Right now, I got an idea for a couple songs, for
Nice.
a couple features. But the 2 songs I have right now, I have one with Lil Mark
Nice.
and
Shout out Lil Mark.
Saint G.
Saint G.
Yeah.
Nice.
Heck yeah. Well, anyway,
I got one more
You
question.
got one more?
I got
Okay,
one
hit
more
me.
question. So I guess this will be our last question. Backpacking, going back to MC Shanties, what, as an artist that competed at MC Shanty, would you tell other artists for the next year's MC Shanty competition? What advice would you give to them, or what some do's and don'ts, or just, and then I just want to hear what your perspective as an artist going through the competition, what that's like.
Take the criticism or the things that people tell you, like the judges or even the host or even the other artists that are in like the environment. Just take everything in. Like, even if you win or lose, like it's a place where you're gonna make memories. Like I know I'm gonna enjoy myself because my family is gonna be there. Like it's not just a competition, it's not just a showcase, but it's a place where a lot of people that have something in common are getting together and we're making a movement. And
Definitely.
it's not just for like the city or the state, like it's for everyone, you know. And like, if like, please don't let like, and I'm telling myself this, so Dave's watching this, please don't let like the criticism take you to a place where you feel like you're not doing good, or you feel like your music's not going where you want it to go. Because like, you need the criticism, you need the people that love you and the people that hate you for you to realize what you want to do. Because like, there's the reason why I started singing was because there were people like, hey, you got a voice on you, try it out. I'm just like, okay, bet. And there's some people, oh, I don't like your songs like that. All right, bet, I'm gonna change it. Like, it's just take everything in. Everything's a lesson, not just in music, but in life too. Like, you'll see someone go through something, and even though you might not go through it, but the day that you maybe might go through it, you already have that lesson. Like, oh, this person did this, that, and the third to get out of it. And yeah.
That's great, man. And when it comes to, what was I about to say? I was just listening to everything you were saying, and now I'm
I'd say that's pretty solid advice, though, for sure. I mean, you got to take the good with the bad, and you got to learn that, especially the setting that, Shanties has created. I do think it's really nice to have respectful criticisms and stuff as well. Go on, Casey.
Another thing that as an artist, I always have to remind myself too is think of one of the biggest artists that you know of right now. I'm just gonna pull out of a hat. Okay, The Weeknd.
Mm-hmm.
And now think of how many people, like how many streams he has, how many concerts, how successful he has. Now think of how many people that say, "I hate The Weeknd. I hate The Weeknd. I hate his music. I hate him." They don't know him. They don't, and he's one of the most successful artists and stuff. So I remind myself that too, and when I DJ and stuff too, where it's like not every song is going to be someone's favorite song.
Mm-hmm.
And then if someone comes up to me and says like, "Oh, this is trash," and I'm like, "Well, it's a good thing that no song is forever, right?"
Yeah.
And then the next song you might like, and then maybe not. But and that's another cool thing about MC Shanties with the judges that I've noticed is that everyone kind of has a different music taste.
Mm-hmm.
So Whereas one artist, someone might be like, "Oh my God, that song was great." There would be another judge that's like, "Well, I think they should work on this and this and this." So it is very, very objective based, but always, music is subjective as
And I
well.
realized that, like, just not even just being in the competition, but like the first time I went, like I was watching how y'all were judging. I was just like, I love it because like you guys are not like Adele and stuff like that, like mainstream. Like you guys are artists yourselves, and like
Mhm.
y'all are like using what y'all been through. I'm like
Yeah.
literally
And of
what
course,
y'all been through and what's been around for you or what you guys like
yeah.
as well to like give these artists that are like just now coming to the scene or been in the scene but just haven't heard something in that
That's why I
way.
tell people to take whatever I say with a grain of salt,
Mhm.
because ultimately you know yourself more than me, and all that is just a quick outside perspective of what an audience member might experience. Because from your perspective, from your eyes, you're looking out at the crowd,
Mhm.
whereas from the perspective of the crowd, they're just looking at you.
Yeah.
So it's a different paradigm when it comes to that. But that's why I love shanties, because of the different types of music. I mean, you have singers and stuff like you that also do R&B and hip hop, and then you have instrumentalists that come
Mhm.
up and will just shred on the guitar.
Yeah.
And as a judge, it's I have to
Take all that
take
in.
all that in, but also still be objective and rate everything as if it was on the same playing field, even though it's a different genre.
Mhm.
Which the finale is going to be really hard, and I know that as the judge, we've been talking that we're going to be judging a bit harder because of the caliber of talent that you guys are bringing. So like we're gonna it's gonna take us like really looking for something to find something to be like, I think you need to,
Mhm.
So I'm confident in you. I'm confident in all the artists and stuff. But just know we're gonna be really looking at you guys. So
Thank you guys so much for joining the Joint Empire Troupe production of MC Shanty's Know the Artist.
Hey,
Daze Santiago, thank you so much for being with us here today. Queso,
you got a
Parlay,
fan.
we appreciate your time. Baby Daze, lady, love you guys so much. You guys are
LSA.
awesome. Thank you guys so much for being here. I'd love to thank Shanty for being behind the scenes and always being the biggest supporter that I have. I would like to close this out. Daze, we're going to leave you. We're going to have you sit here for about 60 seconds and talk to anybody and everybody that you think might benefit from your journey as an artist. So without further ado, I'm just going to move some cameras around and we'll get you get that set up, all right?
Sounds good. All right. So yeah, my name is Daze Santiago, and for someone that's been performing and making music for quite a while, all I can say is just be yourselves. Don't try to follow the bandwagon. Don't try to follow the wave that everyone else is doing. Like, because you'll realize that you're not making music for yourself at all. Like, if you're gonna be in this type of environment where all these artists are coming together and sharing their craft and making music, just be yourself. You can't let the criticisms or the hate bring you down. You can't let that stop your drive at all. You want to just use everything to your advantage and make something beautiful. Because like there's times that I've been in the studio and I'm like, I don't know where to start. Don't know what beat to make. Don't know what to talk about. And I'll just get a random phone call, and just off that phone call, I found my beat, found my song. Just be yourself, 100%. And to past days, I appreciate you for letting me know and letting me realize that the path that I was taking wasn't the best. And even though I was having fun, I was hurting myself and hurting a lot of people around me. And you just gotta use those criticisms, the people that are taking time out of their day to check up on you and to figure out where you're at in your head. Just, you know, use that and use those people and become a better you. Like, take a time to look at yourself, see where you're at right now, and see all the people around you. And if if you love it, then you love it. But if you feel like there's a lot of negative, then dude, leave that shit behind and keep pushing, bro. Everything's gonna be better in the long run. Hey, hey.